Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Offer ends August 31st, 2023. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits.
From GBN, this is Network News for Tuesday, June 20, 2023. In the headlines, Grenada and its dependencies are neither under tropical storm watch nor warning. After 3 years on remand, murder-accused Ricardo Edgar found not guilty. Another homicide recorded in St. Patrick. CARICOM Day to be declared a public holiday for the first time in Grenada. Former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas and Coach Paul Phillip on the 2023 King's Birthday Honours List. Also in the broadcast, regionally, Barbados' Prime Minister proposes connecting the Caribbean to Africa via direct air travel. Internationally, urgent search continues for missing Titanic tourist submersible. Plus in the sports news, GCA Super 50 tournament to bowl off this weekend, while Devon Smith slams 70 to lead St. David Masters to victory in T20 action. This is the news. We'll be right back.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening, I'm Kenroy Baptiste. Grenada and its dependencies are neither under tropical storm watch nor warning, but the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, is closely monitoring Tropical Storm Brett. In a special advisory issued on Tuesday, NADMA said Brett was moving toward the west at 21 miles per hour. The storm is moving a little faster westward, and this overall movement is expected to continue over the next few days. Forecasts show the center of Brett could move through parts of the Lesser Antilles between St. Lucia and Guadeloupe on Thursday afternoon through Thursday night. Maximum sustained winds are near 40 miles per hour with higher gusts. Brett is expected to strengthen over the next few days. It is expected to be a tropical storm by the time it reaches the Lesser Antilles on Thursday. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 45 miles from the center. The Met Office and NADMA continue to monitor Tropical Storm Brett. GBN will bring you the updates as they are provided. Now, after spending over 3 years on remand at His Majesty's prisons on a charge of non-capital murder, Venezuelan national Ricardo Edgar walked away a free man at the end of his trial at the St. George's High Court today. Tisha Paul reports.
A 12-member jury returned the not guilty verdict after deliberating for about an hour and a half on the evidence presented to the court during the 11-day trial heard by Madam Justice Paula Guilford at the St. George's No. 1 High Court. Venezuelan national Ricardo Edgar, a 36-year-old maintenance worker, also known as Spanish, was arrested and charged in March 2020 in connection with the execution-styled shooting of Chanel Blackman, also known as Shizzle, in March 2018. He was represented in court by attorney Jerry Edwin, who noted that his client has maintained his innocence from the beginning of the case.
The prosecution's chief witness, Alray Phillip, told so many lies. Was a friend of the deceased. He was also a friend of Mr. Edgar. He had lived in Belmont all his life. I actually lost count of how many lies were told by the chief witness in this case. Such as it is, jurors applied their common sense, their knowledge of our community, and determined that Mr. Edgar was not guilty.
The matter was prosecuted by Crown Counsel Howard Pinnock, who called 11 witnesses, but was unable to prove the prosecution's case of circumstantial evidence against Edgar beyond a reasonable doubt.
The police carried out their investigation, and they interviewed a number of persons. They detained 4 persons who were known to have had an altercation with the deceased, but they then released everyone. And in 2020, Mr. Phillip came forward and said that he knew who committed the offense, and he fingered my client, but the facts did not line up. It didn't hold up in court. And so we were able to show inconsistencies, discrepancies, lack of credibility, and some unknown facts that were revealed during the trial.
The attorney did not attach much significance or precedential value to the not guilty verdict handed down to his client. However, he noted that verdicts go in the other direction more often than not.
In a criminal trial, the evidence that is gathered must be tested on cross-examination. When we test the evidence, it is then that the jury knows for certain, based on what they've heard on cross-examination, whether beyond a reasonable doubt, that's the standard in a criminal trial, whether the evidence which they've heard is sufficient beyond a reasonable doubt to convict a defendant. And today they said no.
Several family members of the deceased Blackman showed up in court to hear the verdict, hoping to finally bring closure to the 5-year-old matter. However, were met with disappointment when the court ruled that his accused killer was neither guilty of non-capital murder or manslaughter. Attorney Edwin has empathized with the grieving family of deceased Chanel Blackman. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
The story to report, police have confirmed a murder in Sortes, St. Patrick. According to preliminary reports, a young man identified as Rakelson Toussaint lost his life following a stabbing incident in Sortes on Tuesday evening. The incident is reported to have taken place less than 30 yards from the Sortes police station. Investigations are ongoing. GBN will provide more details as they come to hand. Other news, CARICOM Day is to be declared a public holiday for the first time in Grenada. Rena Pett Thomas tells us more.
July 4th, 2023 will mark the 50th anniversary of the founding of the Caribbean community, CARICOM, and as such, Grenada and its CARICOM counterpart will be declaring the date a bank holiday within member states. During Tuesday's sitting of the House of Representatives, Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell made the announcement stating that it was a decision reached among CARICOM heads.
And in honor of celebrating and recognizing the continued work and the past work towards regional integration, towards closer ties amongst our brothers and sisters within the CARICOM fraternity. CARICOM CARICOM heads informally agreed, of course subject to domestic agreement from the respective cabinets, to have the 4th of July 2023 declared as a national or public or bank holiday in the respective territories. Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to announce that the Cabinet of Grenada has so agreed, and so I'm indicating publicly for the first time that the necessary formalities would be done to ask Her Excellency the Governor General to declare the 4th of July 2023 as an official bank holiday to mark the 50th anniversary of CARICOM.
Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, who is the incoming chair of CARICOM, has requested that the July meeting of heads of government be held in Trinidad and Tobago to mark the half-a-century milestone. CARICOM Day was established in observance of signing of the Treaty of Chaguaramas on July 4th, 1973. The treaty established the Caribbean Community and Common Market, which would go on to become Caribbean Community CARICOM. The Prime Minister stated there will be activities to observe the 50th anniversary.
Mr. Speaker, we intend to announce a series of activities to commemorate the 50th anniversary. We obviously will be asking all members of the House, as well as members of the Senate, members of the diplomatic corps, and the general public to join us in celebrating this historic moment. The road to CARICOM, the road to Caribbean integration has not always been an easy one, but I think unquestionably, Mr. Speaker, we are better off because of CARICOM. And in the context of Grenada in particular, given our own sometimes turbulent political history, we have certainly benefited from being members of the OECS and from being members of CARICOM.
The 45th regular conference of CARICOM heads of government will be held from the 3rd to the 5th of July 2023. For GBN News, I am Rina Thomas reporting.
The National Insurance Amendment Bill 2023 was passed in Parliament on Tuesday, featuring amendments to the National Insurance Act Chapter 205. Rina Thomas has another report.
The amendment of the National Insurance Act, Chapter 205, is intended to improve the National Insurance Benefit Regulation and the National Employment Injury Benefit Regulations, expanding the benefit available to children and spouses of insured persons upon death. The amendment of the definition of what is referred to as a child was one of the key components of the bill. Minister for Social Development Philip Telesford outlined the changes in Parliament on Tuesday.
Within the current definition, the child had to be living at home with the insured at the time of passing. This phrase or condition is not found in the new definition, recognizing that there are many children who do not necessarily live at home with their parents. Within the current definition, the child had to be maintained by the insured at the time of his or her passing. This phrase or condition is not found, Mr. Speaker, in this new definition, recognizing that there are many children who are not maintained by their parents financially, but that should not, in fact, disqualify the child from benefiting. Noteworthy, Mr. Speaker, in the new definition is the adjustment of the age from under 16, Mr. Speaker, to under 18.
Another component of the bill implements serious penalties for individuals committing illegal acts, such as providing false documents to claim benefits.
You see, Mr. Speaker, we recognize that there are situations in which the regulations of the NIS is being violated. And so we are recommending these changes so as to deter people and or companies from breaking these regulations. Currently, the maximum penalty for these defaults are $1,000 and or 6 months imprisonment. This clause seeks to increase the maximum penalty from the $1,000 to $5,000.
The amendment of the National Insurance Act also includes an adjustment to the power of the minister who can enforce penalties on individuals found violating the Act.
Provides for amendment to Section 64 of the Principal Act to increase the maximum penalty that the minister may prescribe by regulations for commission of offences stipulated under the regulations. Section 64(2) of the Principal Act empowers the minister to stipulate offences for non-compliance and specifies that these prescribed penalties cannot exceed $500 and 3 months imprisonment. This clause, Mr. Speaker, seeks to increase, again, the maximum fine that can be prescribed from $500 to $2,000.
The National Insurance Amendment Bill 2023, originally intended to be implemented in July, will now be enforced from August 1st, 2023. For GBN News, I am Rina Pet Thomas reporting.
All right. Before the break, a candlelight vigil is underway at BBC Beach to honor the life and spirit of Josiah John T. Robinson, whose body was discovered on BBC Beach on Sunday, June 18. The 24-year-old was an aspiring artist and model from Lansapine, St. George. Details surrounding his death remain sketchy and many suspect foul play. Police have not been forthcoming with information surrounding investigations into John T.'s death. However, the authorities confirm that an autopsy has been scheduled to determine the cause of death. GBN continues to follow the story and will keep you up to date on it. This is Network News, live from the Grenadian capital. Still ahead from us, former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas and coach Paul Phillip on the 2023 King's Birthday Honours List. Stay with us.
Important announcement for CIBC First Caribbean customers. Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited invites prospective customers to collect their debit and credit cards, checkbooks, night depository keys and bags, and deposit books at its distribution center located at the GV Steel Conference Room, number 14 Church Street, St. George's. The center will be open from June 19th to July 8th, 2023, operating from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Mondays to Fridays, and from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturdays. You will be required to present a valid photo ID for collection. To avoid any delay in your service, we encourage you to visit Co-op Bank's distribution center at your earliest convenience between June 19th and July 8th, 2023. We look forward to welcoming you home.
Welcome home.
In our our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Pre-pandemic prices on tires are back at Island Star. Shop now and save with draw-dropping deals on select ceramic and porcelain tires. Store-wide lowest prices on tires since 2020. We're turning back the clock to give you the unbeatable prices on tires you love. And remember, price drops are everywhere at Island Star, giving you the deals you missed and making luxury affordable again. Don't forget, we stock a wide range of bathroom vanities, toilets, shower drains, face basins, faucets, and so much more. Visit us on Munridge Road in Grand Anse or call 439 Tile. That's 439-8453. Remember, when you think tile, think Island Style.
Request, repay, repeat with Ariza's FlexiCredit Evergreen Loan Facility. Qualify for a FlexiCredit with limits up to $25,000 or use your home equity to qualify for more. Extra cash at your fingertips whenever you need it, accessed using your debit card, and managed using AMI, Ariza's mobile internet experience app. FlexiCredit allows you the flexibility to top up to your approved limit any day, anytime. Already a member? Send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987. New members join today to apply. Request, repay, repeat. Use your FlexiCredit for vacations, shopping, wedding, general expenses, and more. Ariza loan terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Like a thief in the night, sargassum influxes arrived and spoiled coastlines all across the Caribbean. 11 years later, and we're still dealing with the widespread environmental, economic, and social impacts. It looks like arriving at your favorite beach for a picnic or sport only to find it smelly and covered in sargassum. Looking forward to big catches but not being able to fish in your regular spot. And instead of seeing crystal clear waters, you're greeted by what looks like a swamp. It's time for us to reclaim our beaches and get back to our normal way of life. Here are some tips. Organize beach cleanups with friends, family, neighbors, and colleagues. Collect sargassum manually along the shoreline to avoid removal of sand. And finally, get creative and find out how you can start a business using sargassum. Visit reclaimingourbeaches.com to learn how to cope with sargassum, how to use it, and how to safely remove it so we can get back to doing the things we love. A message from the UWI Cave Hill Center for Resource Management and Environmental Studies.
It's the 4th edition of Hubbard's Live Free for 1 year promotion. Cuatro Punto Cero. It's unbelievably amazing. You can win free fuel, free drinks, cash prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free cable, TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free passes to Sunshine Promotion events for 2023, free groceries, all for 1 whole year. And every winner receives a lunch package. Be sure to fill out the entry forms and enter it into the marked entry boxes at all Hubbard's departments and at participating outlets. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2023. Draws will be held every 2 weeks. Terms and conditions apply.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think of Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Seriously, there's a better way to beat the heat. Get an air conditioning unit at Quartz, starting at only $1,699. Inverter air conditioning units from $1,899. Plus, free installation with purchase. Get it today with no cash and pay over time. Protect your purchase with Super Shield extended warranty for up to 4 years. There's a better way to beat the heat. Quartz, bringing value home. Conditions apply.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. This is Network News. Former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas, and athletic coach Paul Phillip are 2 of 5 Grenadians to be appointed Most Excellent Order of the British Empire as part of the birthday honours list of King Charles III. Winifred Thomas reports.
But the honours in some Commonwealth realms marks the reigning British monarch's official birthday by granting various individuals appointments into national or dynastic orders or the award of decorations and medals. For service to Grenada, former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas will be appointed Commander of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, CBE. Speaking on being on the receiving end of such a prestigious award, Mr. Thomas told the GBN, as a Grenadian, he saw it necessary to give back and contribute to the development of the country.
We are here to serve. Man has an opportunity to contribute to society, to make life more comfortable for each other, to walk in an atmosphere of peace, brotherhood, justice. We have to service to improve the quality of life of our people. Regardless of which area you are called to provide service, I think you should render the service. Some of us are technical, some of us are academic, some of us are creative. Regardless of which area you have that talent, I think you should always aim at trying to make life more comfortable for the citizens of Grenada, Carriacou, and Pitimartinique.
One of Grenada's top athletic coaches, Paul Phillip, will be appointed Officer of the Order of the British Empire, OBE, for service to sports. Dedicating over 20 years of his life to his passion for molding some of Grenada's world-renowned athletes, Coach Phillip says he is humbled by such an honor.
I feel elated that I am one of those persons who have been chosen to be honored. This means a lot to me, of course, but I think it means a lot more to the persons who have been in some way associated with me and the work that I've been doing as a coach. So I think any honor that has been will be bestowed on me is more of my supporters, my family, and my friends than it is for me.
All right, Rena Pitt Thomas with that report there. Congratulations to them both. Well, if you're wondering what has been happening with the new Imani program, Minister with responsibility for youth, sports and culture, Ron Redhead, has provided details on what has been done since the NDC administration assumed office last June.
The National Democratic Congress administration has indicated its intent to place the Imani program in the hands of the National Training Agency. During Tuesday's sitting of the House of Representatives, Minister Ron Redhead provided an update on the program.
We are satisfied that we have completed a proper internal audit of the program. We have seen several trainees thus far transitioned into permanent jobs, and that is still ongoing. It's a process that is still ongoing. The NTA has been able to complete the future concept, which will deal with the transition and the shape the program will take thereafter. They will present to the Cabinet in short order.
Member of Parliament for St. Andrew North East, Kate Lewis-Peters, expressed that she is not satisfied with the minister's presentation on the program.
Expected the member to give us an update as to what is currently happening. It was originally mentioned NTA will take over. It's almost 1 year later, and we're hearing the same thing. We need better accountability for this program, Mr. Speaker. Also, in terms of the transition that the members spoke about, transition is a continuous process and has been transitioning from the program into permanent establishments. That has been always there.
Minister Redhead said addressing the training deficit while moving away from providing free labor are some of the immediate changes they are embarking on. The youth minister acknowledged the receptiveness of the private sector thus far and looks forward to the commencement of the transition of the young people. He highlighted challenges in the program that needs to be addressed.
Two such challenges are that in the audit, we were able to discover workers who are as senior as 72 years, and several are over the age of 60. And so we need to fix that gap and fix that problem so that we could be able to deliver an energetic program and a program that is going to fulfill the mandate of building our young people into model citizens so that they can be productive. We also have another problem with the program in which May of last year, 1,200 young people were just added to the program. In fact, they are yet to receive placements simply because no provisions essentially were made for that placement to occur. And as such, we inherited some challenges with that. So a number of them are actually home, and I cannot confirm to date whether all the 1,200 are home receiving stipends, but they were added to the program without placement and have not commenced their series of training.
To this, the former youth minister, Lewis-Peters, had this response.
It baffled me, Mr. Speaker, to hear that the batch that came in 2022, that is May last year, that they have been home since that time. The member has additional support, that of 2 new advisors. So if they did not want to continue with the plan that has been there, he had sufficient support to create their own plan.
The new Imani program was established in 2013, an improved version of the original 2002 Imani program, targeting individuals between the ages 18 to 35. Its objectives are to reduce unemployment and provide an avenue for the holistic development of youth through career-oriented exposure to working environments, as well as involvement in community development initiatives, skills training, and a certification program for self-employment. Christina John, GBN News.
This evening's GBN I Saw features the fruits of a farmer's labor.
Two huge papas are the limelight of tonight's GBN I Saw. This farmer, Darren Cameron of Moncton St. Andrew, is photographed holding the fruits of his labor, grown in his backyard garden. Cameron says these two huge papas are the biggest he has grown in his backyard and found them to be a worthy I Saw moment. Thank you, Mr. Cameron, for that submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Still ahead in Network News, Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs launches Primary Healthcare Revitalization Initiative. We'll talk about that. See you in a while.
Grenada, the 17th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert returns with the biggest Calypso clash ever on Saturday, July 8th. Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. as King Squalla.
Bang your belly, for more, eat up more hurricane to come.
Takes on Croco.
All the wicked thing they say they go do, because they say they know he didn't kill people.
Black Wizard.
Do you price for Motsi I'm dead, because I am the IMA.
Takes on Gypsy. Flying Turkey.
Just giving something to shaky waist, mama.
Takes on Johnny King.
No other woman but you.
And Stunner.
I go green.
Takes on Mr. Shack. And to top it off, the goddess of chutney soca, Trupati Rangunal. Live. Tickets $75 and are available now from all Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies, Clear Vision Eye Center, St. David's Pharmacy, Springs Food Mart, Gittins Pharmacare on Halifax Street, and GoToFed.com. Don't miss the Super Showdown at the 17th Annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, July 8th, Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. Don't be late. This is going to be epic.
What powers my smile? The sun. And it does a whole lot more. Through programs of the PURC, I use the sun to produce my own electricity. So can you, using the sun and other sources of renewable energy. Sign up today at PURC.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sun Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Island, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium.
The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs launched its primary health care revitalization initiative at the Guav Medical Station in St. John on Tuesday. Christina John has this report.
Though politicians, healthcare policy makers and administrators, etc., are part and part responsible for the institutional and governmental structure as it relates to the kind and type of quality of healthcare services that is meted out to the individuals who needs it the most. There is also an individual responsibility on the individual citizen to ensure that your personal wealth is your health.
Minister for Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Senator Jonathan Lacrette, speaking during the launch of the Ministry of Health's Primary Healthcare Revitalization Initiative on Tuesday. Primary healthcare refers to the first place people go to access healthcare and includes a wide range of professionals such as general practitioners, dentists, pharmacists, and opticians.
I'm happy that today what we are witnessing is not just monumental, and it is not historic because it used to happen before. So the revitalization or the reintroduction of our district wellness councils, primary healthcare teams, is a plus for the health sector. And I want to say to all of the volunteers, because there is no stipend attached to members being on the council or serving, I wish that we could. At this particular point in time, fiscally, we can't. So it's just pure volunteerism. And I want to say to you, hats off for your commitment to ensuring that your respective communities benefit from this primary healthcare initiative.
The Health and Wellness Minister believes this is the opportune time for an initiative of this nature to be advanced and gave his commitment to assist the committee wherever and whenever necessary. Dr. Kerry-Ann Renault, Senior Medical Officer in the Ministry of Health, said the revitalization became necessary as the quality of primary health care was compromised over the years. Dr. Renault gave a breakdown of the 3 main components of primary primary health care and noted that a national primary health care policy serves as a guide for all the initiatives taken by the Ministry of Health.
First is integrated health services to meet people's health needs throughout their lives. The second is to address the broader determinants of health, such as educational level, socioeconomic status, physical environment, through multi-sectoral policy and action. And third, empower individuals, families, and communities to take charge of their own health.
David Hopkins, member of St. John, St. Mark District Council, cites people's involvement as a critical element in the delivery of primary health care.
The community can benefit in a variety of ways, including education, to encourage preventative activities against illnesses, as well as providing proper care for those who are sick. These health committees have been found to be effective at voicing community concerns about the quality of treatment provided by health facilities, managing these health facilities, and mobilizing financial and non-financial resources to meet the needs of the community. We are the voice and the heart of the individuals this facility will serve.
Christelina John, GBN News.
The Grenada National Cyber Security Incident Response Team is advising Grenadians to monitor the activities on their financial accounts, including debit and credit cards, for any suspicious or unrecognized charges, and to immediately report such activities to their financial institutions. The process of recovering funds lost to fraudulent activities and breaches involves the filing of a dispute claim with financial institutions, an action that should not be delayed. According to CSERT, it is important to note that not all account or card compromises are as a result of an action or inaction on the part of the account or card holder. And as such, the frequent monitoring of accounts should be part of the routine of account holders. Additionally, it should be pointed out that you do not have to use your card online or for other commercial or non-commercial purposes to be the victim of a breach or an account or card compromise. Anyone needing further guidance or information can reach out to the National Cyber Security Incident Response Team or to his or her financial institution. The National CSERT can be reached on WhatsApp and Telegram on 473-423-2478, by email csertgnd@gov.gd, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at csertgnd. All right, sports news up next, followed by Around the Globe.
Notice is hereby given that the 39th Annual General Meeting of Nexa Credit Union Limited will be held at the Crown Ballroom, Radisson Beach Resort, Grand Anse, St. George, with simultaneous streaming on Zoom. The meeting commences at 2 p.m. Tuesday, 27th June 2023 for the following purposes: to receive the report of the Board of Directors and other committees for 2022, to receive the audit financial report for 2022, to elect members to the Board of Directors and other committees, to discuss and approve the budget for 2023, to appoint auditors and fix their remuneration, to act on such matters as may come before the 39th Annual General Meeting. All members are invited to attend either in person or via Zoom. You can register at any branch via telephone 440-1354 using the registration link www.nexacreditunion.com/AGM or by sending an email to marketing@nexacreditunion.com.
Big money, money, money. $3,000 every week for 3 months.
What?
Yes, it's the NLA's Crazy Cash Giveaway Promotion. Every week from April 11th to June 30th, 3 lucky Daily Games customers will randomly win $1,000 each week. Imagine winning as much as $36,000 in 12 weeks.
How?
Spend $12 in a single purchase on Daily Cash 4, Daily Pick 3, or Playway. Look for the words Cash Winner on your tickets to collect
collect $1,000. The more you spend $12 on your favorite daily games, the more chances you have to win. Must be 18 or older to participate. All prizes must be collected by July 7th, 2023. Other terms and conditions apply. See stores for details. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Money, money, money.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grandans, Victoria Street, Granville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
And so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Sporting fans, good evening. The Grenada Cricket Association annual Senior Super 50 Cup will bowl off this weekend with 3 matches done on the cards. Starting on Saturday, St. George will play Carriacou at Boseju, while St. Mark will do battle against St. Patrick at Progress Park in St. Andrew. On Sunday, defending champion St. David will go head-to-head with Carriacou at Boseju. Organizers are continuing to roll out plans for hosting the 51st edition of the Carifta Games next year. Grenada won the bid against Trinidad and Tobago 16 votes to 4 to host the 2024 Games. This will be the 3rd time that Grenada will host the Youth Athletics Championship. Grenada last hosted the competition in 2016. The Carifta Games will be held from March 30 to April 1, 2024. Kwame Hippolyte is the Public Relations Officer of the Grenada Athletic Association. He says the games go way beyond action on the track and field.
We know that most people will be staying in the Grandlands area, that supporters and so forth. And so there will be some activity in terms of for transportation, the buses and so forth in that area. And we can go down to the in terms of the vendors on the beach and so forth, the stores, the supermarkets and so forth that will be visited. And in addition to that, we speak directly to the revenues that will be created by our vendors or on the concessionary stands and so forth within the stadium, within and around the stadium, and the entertainment that comes along during that Easter time that people will definitely patronize. So it's going to definitely bring up a high level of the spillover for the ordinary man as well as government, and not talking the taxes and so forth that can be generated via the transportation means, air transport.
Devon Smith slammed 70 as St. David Masters pulled off a thriller at Lassagest last evening, beating MCC by 3 wickets in St. David's Cricket League T20 competition. Batting first, MCC Grenada racked up 153 for 8 off their 20 overs. Chasing 154 for victory, the Masters crew were led by Devon Smith 70 in their victory chase. The run chase was reduced to St. David Masters securing 10 runs in the final over and needing a runoff the final ball to clinch a 3-wicket victory. Meanwhile, President of St. David's Cricket League, Raphael Crowley, says the current tournament, together with the Super 50, sets the tone for what will be an active summer of cricket.
National Association senior tournament is a 50-over tournament that should start anywhere on the 24th, which is next weekend, followed by the Inter-Paris on the 15th tournament, which will start somewhere on the 9th of July. So it's quite a bit of cricket following our tournament. And I think it's a good opportunity for some of the players just before the tournament starts. Yes, we do expect about 5 teams coming out of England and one from Trinidad. They will come to compete with some of our school teams, some of our parish teams at various age levels, on the 15, on the 17, and on the 19. So it should be a hectic period for us. We at the ministry and really our leagues and our parishes read cricket as we aim to welcome the English team that's coming here next month.
All right, that is the sports news for the moment. Barbados' Prime Minister Mia Motley has put forward a proposal for financial support to connect the Caribbean to Africa via direct travel. Here's what we can tell you. She made the case in her call for the establishment of a Blue Ribbon Commission between the African Union and CARICOM during the 30th Afreximbank annual meeting in Accra, Ghana. Ms. Motley is urging financial institutions like Afreximbank and those in the Caribbean to support this mission of connectivity. She told a packed meeting of political and business leaders in Africa she expects it will create new economic opportunities on both sides of the Atlantic. Prime Minister Motley urged African leaders to consider a greater level of functional cooperation and investment in a number of other critical areas. These include the procurement and manufacture of pharmaceuticals and the provision of tourism services. She expressed concern about visa restrictions affecting tourism from Africa and is calling for the issues to be given urgent attention. Prime Minister Motley's comments come as Afreximbank prepares to launch its regional headquarters in Barbados next month, and as the CARICOM Development Fund is now a shareholder in the African financial institution. Ms. Motley's visits to Accra forms part of a 2-week overseas mission, where she has also been pushing the Bridgetown Initiative, promoting a better deal for small island developing states like Barbados and responding to issues of climate change, for example. European official visit to China, and the trip winds down in Paris, where she is expected to address a major climate change conference there. An intense weather system is making its way to the Lesser Antilles. Officials of the Met Services expect it will impact St. Lucia by Thursday. The department is encouraging St. Lucians to be prepared.
On Monday at about midday, the center of Tropical Depression 3 was located near latitude 11 degrees north and longitude 40.3 degrees west. The depression is moving toward the west near 21 miles per hour, and this motion is expected to continue for the next several days. On this forecast track, the system should be approaching the Lesser Antilles late this week. Director of St. Lucia's Meteorological Services, Andre Joyer, anticipates that the system can begin to impact St. Lucia by Thursday, June 22nd.
We are bracing for the possible impact of a tropical storm, which is yet to develop, I must say. We're expecting a tropical wave which has a 100% chance of development in the next 48 hours to affect us by Thursday. We are moving into a El Nino year, which means that most tropical systems would be suppressed. But there is a contradiction where the Atlantic Ocean is warmer than normal, which normally breeds more hurricanes. And I think because of this, that's why we're having a tropical storm forming so early in the year, in the hurricane season. Normally we have formation of systems, but not in the Atlantic. We would have it in the Gulf of Mexico or in the Caribbean Sea around June.
Maximum sustained winds for Tropical Depression 3 are near 45 miles per hour with higher gusts. Some strengthening is forecast, and the depression is forecast to become a hurricane in a few days. Joyer encourages St. Lucians to pay attention to the weather advisories and be prepared for the system's development. St. Lucia's Met Services will continue to track the system's movement. For the DBS Newsworld, Jason Narius reporting.
Further field and urgent search is underway off Newfoundland after a submersible expedition to explore the wreck of the Titanic went missing. U.S. officials say the search will continue through the night.
This is the Titan, a small submersible designed to plunge the ocean depths, 4,000 meters. Its current mission to explore the wreckage of the Titanic and take tourists with it.
It is not for the faint-hearted to do something like this, to get in that sub. It's very close quarters. You're in it for a long time. You're bolted in from the outside. There's no way out.
Colin Taylor made the same voyage last summer.
Titan is a go for a dive to the Titanic.
He was on the same submersible owned by U.S. company Ocean Gate Expeditions, now missing in the North Atlantic with 5 people on board.
I can't tell you the fear I have for these people.
The Titanic wreck is 685 kilometers south of St. John's. The Polar Prince, the ship that launched the submersible, lost contact with it about an hour and 45 minutes after it began diving Sunday morning. The Titan set out with 96 hours of oxygen on board. The U.S. Coast Guard is leading the search. The Canadian Coast Guard is assisting. Both are scrambling more resources to the site, searching from above and working on searching from below. That's Ocean Gate CEO Stockton Rush last summer. The company has been working to measure Titanic's erosion. It takes tourists along for about $250,000.
Wow.
Colin Taylor says his experience was unforgettable.
There was the bow of the Titanic. I mean, literally right there. And it was incredible.
He says Ocean Gate's crew is very capable, but that an experience like this is not without risk.
A reminder of the headlines after this. This is the Grenada Broadcasting Network. A reminder of the headlines. Grenada and its dependencies are neither under tropical storm watch nor warning. After 3 years on remand, murder-accused Ricardo Edgar found not guilty. Another homicide recorded in St. Patrick. CARICOM Day to be declared a public holiday for the first time in Grenada. Former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas and Coach Paul Phillip on the 2023 King's birthday honors list. Congratulations to them both. Also in the broadcast regionally, Barbados' Prime Minister Mia Motley proposes connecting the Caribbean to Africa via direct air travel. Internationally, urgent search continues for missing Titanic tourist submersible. Plus, in the sports news, GCA Super 50 tournament to ball off this weekend, while Devon Smith slammed 70 to lead St. David Masters to victory in T20 action. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. That's all from us in the GBN newsroom at the moment. Thank you for choosing the broadcast. Stay well. Good night.
At the NIS, our team proudly works to support the evolving needs of Grenadians. We have made some changes to our operations and want to keep you informed. Firstly, we are happy to introduce the new unemployment benefit.